Assalamualaikum. Today we're going to discuss the third topic in our review of O-level chemistry, and this topic is going to be on the methods of purification. Remember that candidates are required first of all to describe methods of separation and purification for the components of mixtures to include different procedures such as use of a suitable solvent, filtration, crystallization or evaporation. They should also be able to know different processes such as what is distillation, fractional distillation, use of a separating funnel, and paper chromatography. Now let's first of all discuss what is filtration. As you can see in this diagram which is shown here you can clearly see that there is a setup in order to separate a mixture of a liquid or solution, you can say, and an insoluble solid. For example, you have a liquid which has, let's say, sand. If I draw it here, let's say this is a conical flask. Here you have a funnel, separating funnel. Here you have a filter paper. So if you have a beaker which has water and, let's say, sand. So as you all know, sand does not dissolve in water. If you displace it, if you pour it in the filter funnel, you would get two things. The sand would stay here as the residue, and water would pass on to the conical flask as the filtrate. So here you will get sand and here you will have water. This is a simple technique used to separate two substances in a solution where one solid is insoluble in a liquid. Okay. Now another method you need to understand is called crystallization. In a crystallization, what happens is it can be used to recover a dissolved substance from its solution. If you look at this diagram as shown here, if you look at this image, it shows that this method is particularly used for substances that decompose upon heating. For example, if you heat up a solution until it is saturated, the saturated solution is then left to cool, then that allows for the substance to crystallize. For example, if I draw it again here, you have a solution which has, let's say, copper sulfate solution, CuSO4 solution. You heat it to half its volume. Let's say that you heat it until the solution reaches this level, approximately half to its volume. And then you allow it to cool. After cooling, you would start seeing crystals forming throughout the here on the surface area on the inside. So this is how you crystallize. Okay.